everybody, welcome to
Hello.
Pops React. You're on BP1 and BP2, and we're back
Here
with
we are.
Bill Burr. We've enjoyed his somewhat controversial but funny
His outtake on life, basically.
comedy from the US,
Yeah.
which has made us chuckle in the UK. You've got this one, which one's this one?
Women failed the WNBA. Oh, I can see this is going to be controversial straight away. What have we got going on here
Yes.
then, BP1? Bit of a different...
We have got it's a bit different here. It's a more portrait in the middle. This is from TikTok because a lot of the stuff, I believe, there's just sort of still photos of him, but we've managed to find this from TikTok, whereas
All right.
actually we've got the video as well. All right, so should we get into
Yeah,
it?
let's do it. Okay.
Let's make sure it's right at the beginning there. 6 seconds in. Right. Okay. Ready? 1,
Yes.
3.
A couple months back, professional soccer player, right? She goes on to ESPN or one of these sports channels, and she starts bitching, going like, I don't understand, how come female athletes don't make as much as male professional athletes? And all of these men had to sit there and act like they didn't know what the answer was. They had to sit there like dumbfounded, like, I don't know. Why is that? Literally, I'm sitting at home screaming at the TV because you don't sell any fucking tickets! Nobody is going to women's soccer games! You're playing in a 20,000 seat arena. 1,500 people show up. That's not a good night. The promoter lost his fucking ass on that gig. I'm not saying no professional female athletes, Serena Williams, the women in the UFC, but nobody's watching your fucking sport. And then you're going to come and you're going to get mad at fucking men. They keep doing that shit. Why are you yelling at us? It's not our fucking job. It's not my fucking job to give a fuck about women's soccer, okay? I have men's sport to pay attention to. It's your bullshit, right? Dude, look at the WNBA. Nobody in the WNBA got COVID. Nobody. They have been playing in front of 300 to 400 people a night for a quarter of a century. Not to mention, it's a male-subsidized league. We gave you a fucking league. None of you showed up. Where are all the feminists? None of you went to the fucking games.
Right.
You failed them. Not me. Not men. Women failed the WNBA. Ladies.
Right. Now I see why it's called what it is.
Women failed the
Well, he's
WNBA.
not holding back, straight in there, isn't he? I mean, I guess when he said that at the beginning, I guess there are some things, because initially you say, men should be paid for doing the same work as women, like in your workplace,
Yep.
Our jobs, for instance, if women were doing our roles, should 100% be paid exactly the same, doing the same for the same role.
Yep.
But I guess, in sport, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because he is right in saying,
you make your money on the
club,
on the seats you sell.
on the seats you sell, and if you sell on the big seats, and you need to pay for the players, therefore the demand goes higher.
Yep.
I don't know why I'm trying to justify this, but he is right in the way of those sports need to catch up.
Yep.
And they are. They certainly in the UK. We saw, certainly in the women's league. There were certainly in the women's Premier League.
Yes.
There is more and more fans going, which is going to push up the. Yeah, it will. It will.
The interest,
the income, the interest. Then there's a demand for players, and then those bigger teams, when they're swapping the bigger players, those prices are going to go up in reflection of the ticket sales and the amount of money the club has.
I guess the thing is that you've got to reach a level where the game is being played at such a high level that it's interesting to watch as well, isn't it? So they've got to catch up the skill level to start with, which is on its way, and then but then you've got to generate the interest to get people to go along to watch it. I mean, we did that clip on the amateur NFL or football in America,
AFA,
college football. Sorry, the college football. The crowds there were massive, You know,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
we compare
enormous.
that to what we'd see in UK to our grassroots in our,
Nothing.
you know, you'd have nothing like that. So the comparisons are there. If the game's interesting and the skill level's high, people will come along and watch. But you can't just say, I'm playing that game. I mean, and I want to be paid the same amount. You know, it just, you got to earn the right to. If you got all the people coming first and people are making money off it, then you can say, right now I want to be paid equally, not, you know, Messi and Ronaldo are getting paid 27
that's
billion
ridiculous.
pounds.
Shocking.
I want the
that's all.
same as them. But, you know, because I play in the same position as he does. But, yeah, it's not quite the same thing, is it?
No. True. All right. We're definitely not holding back with the old F-bombs, is he?
Top 5 all-time
No.
WNBA players of all time. Come on.
Top 5.
That's it. Name 5 WNBA teams. Name the WNBA team in your fucking city. You can't do it.
And there's one lady that's being held
You don't
in Russia.
give a fuck about them. They play night in and night out in front of nobody. It's a fucking tragedy. Right? And then meanwhile,
Oh, Bill.
you look at the Kardashians. They're making billions.
Oh, yeah, they
You
could
look at
sell
those
out.
Real Housewives shows. They're making money hand over fist because that's what women are watching. And the money listens. You don't want to watch this shit? You watch this shit? They just shoot it over there, drowning these whores in money. Purses,
Oh, my God.
shoes, and Botox. It's just raining. It's raining money.
He does make.
So,
He does make a really valid point there.
Yes.
As in, we're humankind. Sorry, mankind, humankind, womankind, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you can call it. We are all followers.
Kind.
We are all
Yeah.
followers.
Sheep. We're all sheep, mate.
We're all sheep. We all follow something.
Yeah.
And you know, the more of you that follow something, look at Mr. Beast, his YouTube channel, right? I can't remember how many million subscribers he's got. A hell of a lot. And he gets followed, and he's big. And then in certain societies, oh, I'm going to follow him just because they're following him. And he's funny, and he gets money, and that's where the money goes. There, or he can make his content more interesting, more valuable, and more crazy. Let's face it.
Yeah.
And he's totally right. Bill is right. Where there's a demand, there is money, and that's across the board. Whether it's what you're buying in the shop, Apple products, Microsoft products. Where there's demand, there's money.
Supply and demand. Yeah, yeah. You know, the price is going to go up if everybody wants it.
And that's the
Look
same
at this,
in football, same in sport.
Look at this thing that's going on over here at the moment. I don't know if it's the same in the US. This KSI drink. What's it called? The
Oh,
kids
is
are
it
going
Prime?
mental for it.
Is it
Prime drink. Yeah, KSI and Logan Paul teamed up to, you know, and what they've done is they marketed it well. The kids all want it because it's the in thing. You can't buy it anywhere. The price is ridiculous. Supply and demand, you know, the interest is there, but you've got to get the
Absolutely,
interest first, haven't you? You've got to build that interest.
Yes.
And the only way you're going to get that is because the games are interesting. The two teams competing against each other are of similar standard. You know, we've seen it in with women's cricket, women's rugby, women's WNBA. You know, they're all trying to catch up. Is there a women's baseball league? Probably is. You know, do people go and watch it? Women's ice hockey? I suppose it's all out there. We just don't see it because they're not getting on the TV. You know, the reason why people watch Kardashians and Housewives of wherever, you just got to turn the telly on. If I've got to get up, go out, drive 3 miles or an hour down the road to go and see somebody play and it's rubbish, I'll probably do it once. I won't do it again. Look at us justifying this.
Oh,
Hey,
stirring it.
the money listens. You'd rather watch that shit. Real Housewives, bunch of women just tearing each other down.
oh man.
Or maybe that's why your
depressing.
husband left you. Maybe that's why your husband left. That's why you can't have kids, bitch. That's why your ass is as flat as your titties, bitch. Right? That's the message you sent. We would rather watch that than see a bunch of women come together as a team and try to achieve a common goal. We would rather watch them absolutely fucking destroy each other. Yeah. No. And then in the end, you come back and you fucking yell at guys. And it's like, all right, so let me get this straight. I have to buy you a drink, stop the axe murderer from coming through the fucking window, and I have to watch WNBA games for you? Like, when are you going to pick up your end of the couch? Yeah. I don't have any sympathy for women when it comes to shit like that, because every study they've ever done to determine who's smarter, men or women, every study comes back and says women are smarter. Every fucking one. Ladies, you shouldn't be applauding that. You know I'm an asshole. You know this isn't gonna end well. Did he say I'm pretty? Oh my God! Get out of the relationship. If every study says that you're smarter, okay, the question you should be asking yourself was, we're so goddamn smart, how are we in the situation we're in? Well?
Oh, right. You want an answer now?
Well.
You're in the situation you're in not because of guys like me, as much as you want to blame me. You know, ladies, you can't tell me you never drove by a sports bar on a football Sunday and looked at the humanity in there? All those dumb guys with their big beer bellies bumping shit. Hey, he's on my fantasy team! Up top, man! You want to get some more mozzarella sticks? As a woman with your bigger brain, you never looked in there and thought to yourself, I'm fucking losing to that? Yeah. I'm losing to that. Yeah, there's nothing stopping you other than the fact that you guys are just into destroying each other. Oh, now it's going to get quiet. I see all that sneaky shit you do. Ladies, if you could just support the WNBA the way you support a fat chick that's proud of her body and is no longer a threat to you, you know, that league would be doing better numbers than the NBA.
Yeah.
Oh, Bill. Wow.
Money hand over
Somebody
fist.
proper at it. Yeah.
Yeah, he was on one there.
He was on
for
one.
Sure.
Funny.
You know,
He does do it. I can't help but laugh at the guy because he's just so. He just comes out with it. He's like the guy down the pub, isn't it? When you had a few drinks
without the
and-
filter.
Without the filter, no filter.
Yeah.
Just laying it all bare, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, but hang on. Yeah,
But
it's funny though.
At the same time, it's kind of true, isn't it? It's sad but true. You know, people would rather watch Kardashians and the Housewives of wherever than go along and support, and then go, well, nobody watches them. You know, it's the bloke's fault. Well, it's not just the blokes, is it? It's everybody's fault if they're. But then they got to be it's got to be interesting, or you want to go and see it.
You got to have a passion as well for sport.
Yeah.
In that sport, I certainly follow, football, soccer to US colleagues. For me, I'm just passionate about the sport in general. Football. I enjoy watching it. I've watched women's games as well as men's games, but the men game for me, it's just been around longer. It's existed longer. Therefore, it's got the history and everything. The evolution of it, it's come up, and that's why I grew up as a boy going to all the games. If you grow up as a girl or boy and you're going to the women's games, that's what you're gonna do when you get older. So it's a tough one. I'm sure it'll get there eventually. It's just like you said, it's a bit of a catch-up game because you can't just start a sport or bring it into mainstream
and hope everybody,
and hope within 10 years it's going to be the same level of everything else. It's just it will.
I mean,
happen.
I did, following on from some of our reactions that we did around Jordan, I saw that that movie, The Last Dance, the documentary on Jordan. I watched that over Christmas because I had some time. And, to see those guys in action, night in, night out, and you got, we've done Larry Bird, we've done Jordan, we've done Magic Johnson, seeing Pippen. Those guys, if you're going to go and watch basketball and those guys are performing in front of you at that level, you can understand why people go in their droves to watch it or turn it on, because it's something you can't physically do. In your wildest dreams you couldn't perform at that level. If you've got the ladies league have got names at that league that level with the big names, the draw, the capacity and everything else, they're going to come along. They just got to reach that level and sustain it, and then people will come and watch it. I mean, the ladies' golf. We know a bit about golf. Again, they struggle to get the crowds.
Yeah,
they can play.
Yeah,
they can play.
And
Their
they can
short
play,
game
yeah.
and everything is better than the blokes. As a spectacle to watch. It's not just booming at Mars, but another topic, I think. So, Bill,
interesting as ever, old.
Yeah,
Bill.
Somebody poked him before he went on that night. There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
So, yeah.
What do you think?
There you go. Yeah, that's
keep it cleanish. Keep it cleanish in the comments, But yeah, tell us what you think.
There you go. All right, thanks for joining us.
Thumbs up
today.
for Bill again, as
Brit
always.
Pops React, yeah, definitely. Until tomorrow for another reaction. It's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from him.
Wonga.
Oh yes.
He's a 20th century boy.